welcome back to the channel. Today we are working on getting lots of baby things ready for baby to come. During this filming, I was currently almost 36 weeks pregnant, and I wouldn't say that I had a nesting energy boost necessarily, but I was just kind of like, I kind of really need to get going with this. And so I'm going to take you along for some work that I got done and those types of things. This is my fourth baby, so in some ways I feel very prepared. I know what to expect. Generally speaking, there's always surprises, but I know what's coming. And in other ways, you don't feel prepared because I don't know what it's like to have 4 kids. It's been 3 years since I've had a newborn, those kinds of things. But especially with Christmas coming, it's been very busy and things have been kind of chaotic and crazy. But getting all this done has really helped me a lot to have this set up and ready to go. All right, so this is a very simple setup that I have in our bedroom. Changing table is right here at the foot of our bed, and then where that bouncy ball is right now, that is where the cradle is going to go. I already have a chair in here, so it's all set up, ready to go. Whew, I feel a lot better. So I'm using all my thrifted baskets to make it feel a little more cozy instead of plastic baskets. But I have this whole basket full of just sleepers. And once this basket got full, I was going through all the old bins of clothes. Once this basket got full, I was like, okay, we're gonna stop. We don't need any more. So the rest I'm gonna give away or whatever. We don't need to keep 50 sleepers. This is good. This will last. I have some winter hats right here, just kind of sitting there. This is another basket this is just gonna kind of be my feeding basket. So for right now, I've got all burp cloths. My kids, all of them have had a lot of issues with acid reflux, and so I don't expect this one to be any different. And I use these are blankets, these are receiving blankets, but I use the receiving blankets as burp cloths as well, just because they're so big and they're like a really nice texture for it. So I have bibs in here too, which I use as young as just a couple weeks old, because if they spit up, then at least it goes right on there. Sometimes I'll keep it right on them. And so I might put a bottle or 2 in here once we start using bottles, but that is something that I could even carry around. That's kind of why I have them all in baskets too, so I can carry them around if I need to. And then here's my diapering basket with the wipes and the diapers, and I'll put some lotion in there too, and just some other things that I'll need for that time. But yeah, anytime that baby came, this setup is complete. So that makes me feel a lot better. Now this tub of clothes, it's all washed, dried, and ready to go, but it's pants, onesies, jackets, things I would hang up, like overalls, that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna put those things upstairs into the baby closet, because that's not something I'm gonna use on a regular basis. So it doesn't need to be taking up space in here, and it can be organized upstairs in there. I am going to share with you what I have in my hospital bag. I don't know that I have ever had a hospital bag ready to go before I went to the hospital, but for some reason this was one of those things that I just had to get done. And I think for the most part I have everything. I may have to throw a few things in if I need to, but let's see what's in here. I'm going to give you a few tips as a tenured mom of almost 4 of what to bring and what not to bring to the hospital. So first off this is either a tip for a new mom, or it's a good reminder if you are not a new mom and you've had several children. Your hospital bag is your postpartum bag. And so think of it as such, think of it as that way. And it will help you as you pack. When you're thinking about, okay, what am I going to need after this is over? If you haven't done this before, maybe you don't know yet. But so first thing is I have some things. This was actually the last thing I put in. Some sleepers for the baby. He will stay wrapped up as a little burrito in a hospital blanket the whole time we're there, pretty much, other than when we bring him home. And so I always bring a couple of outfits because I never know which one I'm gonna want to put him in. And especially right now, it is very cold here. It was -8 this morning, and it has absolutely no future of getting any warmer at much. It's gonna be around 0 for quite a while, for the next few weeks at least, couple weeks at least. So I got some cute little sleepers from some friends last night who threw me a little surprise sprinkle. And so I'm gonna bring all 3 of these little outfits. If he ends up being small and these are too big, oh well, it's fine. But I don't think that's probably gonna happen. I love this one, the little farm one. And then I will also throw in, I'm washing blankets right now. And so I will throw in a blanket to put over top of him. They have hats there. And so the only other thing I'm gonna pack for him is that I'm waiting for pacifiers and pacifier clips to get here. So I will throw those in when they come, and anything else, bottles, which I've never needed, formula, which I've never needed, all of that's at the hospital. I don't need to worry about any of that. I may bring my pump just because I have it. I may bring it, but I've never used a pump right after birth. So I don't really expect to this time, but I may just bring it to bring it. So that's it for him. So for myself, I have quite a few things in here. So one of my kind of, I guess, tips for having a baby, and this has worked for me for all, at this point now it's going to be 4 of them, is that after I deliver, I no longer wear maternity clothes. Even when I come home, I know the maternity clothes are put away and they are done. And that does mean I have to purchase some different clothes for a while. You know, I will always go out shopping about 3 weeks after I have a baby for a few new things. I don't go overboard because I know that those things aren't going to fit forever. But I do for a period of time to feel comfortable in myself. And that has really helped me mentally postpartum a lot. And so I always purchase some new lounge sets for myself. So I got a couple of different lounge sets from Amazon. One of them is a short sleeved black one. And then I've got this brown one that is more like a sweater kind of material, and it's long sleeved. And then I have a pink short sleeved one again. And I will wear these in the hospital, and I will also wash them and wear them when I get home for the first couple of weeks. That is kind of what I will live in. And I do have clothes, especially shirts, that I even wear now that aren't maternity. So if they fit me now, they're definitely gonna fit me then after I have the baby. So I do have some clothes to play around with. It's just the pants that I have to work on after a couple of weeks after I deliver. But big pants and comfy pants are in right now anyways, so that works out good. Another thing that I am bringing, I did this the last time I had a baby, and I wish I had done it every time, is it's technically called a delivery robe. I am not delivering in this robe. This is a robe that I'm going to put on when they switch me from labor and delivery unit to the women's and children's unit. And instead of putting on a used hospital gown, I will put this on. And I loved doing that last time because it just made me feel a lot more put together. And then like people are coming to visit and those kinds of things. So I really liked doing that. And I did it again. This was only $15 on Amazon. And it comes with this little newborn sack, I guess you could say. I mean, you're not really gonna, the kid's not really gonna live in this. It's just to be cute to match the robe and then the hat that matches. So we can kind of, when we switch rooms, we can take a few pictures like that together and be matching. And so that was kind of cute to have that. But I will wear that for that first, probably won't wear it for the first 24 hours, but at least for the first 12 hours after I move rooms. I have nursing bras in here. I'm not picky on them. I always get the stretchy kind. So it's comfortable. And I also have nursing camis in here as well. So this is kind of my go-to for nursing and pumping. I am not a fan of nursing shirts. I think they're awkward and weird, and like the little zippers are on the side, and it's like, I just don't like them at all. But I want to feel covered when I nurse. And so what I actually have done for years, for last 2 babies now, I put a nursing cami on under a regular shirt. And so when I pull that shirt up to nurse, my whole stomach is still covered, but then I still have the nursing clip right here that makes it easy. So that's kind of my trick of the trade for if you don't want to spend a lot of money on getting a bunch of button-up shirts, and if you don't like the nursing shirts the way that I do like them. I do have a couple of pairs of high-waisted underwear in here. I may wear them, I may not. We'll see how, it all depends on how delivery goes. I also have my makeup and my hair stuff, my straightener, my curling iron, my brush, all those things. I have every intention of making myself feel put together. It's just a healthy thing to do. Another thing that I bring are things to do. And I have a backpack down here that was actually from our most recent trip that I'm just not going to unpack, with books. I have some knitting. I'll bring my computer, stuff like that. You know, you will be surprised if you either have other kids at home, or if you're like busy with work or something on a normal basis, you will be surprised how much downtime you have in the hospital. You know, you do need to rest, you're gonna be feeding the baby, all this kinds of stuff, but like, it's not busy. You get to a point where you're kind of just sitting there and not, what am I supposed to do? The baby's sleeping, I'm not tired, what am I gonna do? So I always bring things to do. Pack that up. And then, so the other things that I don't bring, I never bring diapers, never bring wipes. I never bring any type of health or medical things. I never stock up on witch hazel pads, and none of that, because they have all those things at the hospital. And then I always get nurses, which I think most nurses are probably like this. Oh, let me send you with like 4 containers of this. You don't even need that many. But she sends you with he or she sends you with all these things to take home, and diapers and wipes and all this kinds of stuff. Don't need to bring all that. So everything is mostly done. Everything is pretty much washed. The only thing we have left to do is I have that tote that I need to take upstairs to put the clothes away in the closet. That is not on the top of my priority list, because I'm not going to be using those clothes right when he gets home. Some things are a little bit of a pressure on my husband, because I bought this really cute Moses basket that Google it and look at it. It's really cute, that I'm going to be using as a cradle, as a bassinet. I'm skipping the swing this time. I'm just doing the Moses basket. But to save us quite a bit of money, I bought just the Moses basket. It has no sheets, and it has no mattress, and it has no cradle with it. So we got some foam that we're gonna make the mattress with. I need to order sheets, and then my husband is actually going to make the cradle that the Moses basket is going to sit in. And that is not done. So that's kind of one of those things that he was talking about that with me today. And he was like, I kind of need to get going on that so that we make sure that that's ready. And I'm not rushing around trying to get that done and thinking about that. And I can just be present with you. So anyways, we are good enough to go for now. That was the goal of today, was to be good enough to go. And I feel very accomplished and feel very good about that. I have really gotten into thrifting quilts and finding quilts. And the last 3 babies I've had, I wasn't into that so much. And so I was going through closets trying to find blankets that I'm going to use for this kid, because I'm like, I have blankets somewhere. I don't need to buy a bunch of blankets. Where are they? And so I went searching and I found some gorgeous quilts that I had that I didn't really even know that I had. These would like be so expensive at a thrift store. Look at how cute this one is with all the little scenes. I don't even know where it came from. It might be something that my husband had when he was a kid. I'm not really sure. Isn't that adorable? I love it. And then this one, now I know where this one came from. This one came from my 3rd baby. Somebody at our church made it for the baby shower they had. This one is just gorgeous. It's a whole bunch of farm scenes. Oh my goodness, I love this one so much. And they're really great. They're really great quality too. They're nice and thick. Should be nice and thick and warm. So, whew, got that done too. Here's a little update. A few days after I filmed the content that's before this, I was saying that my husband hadn't finished the cradle yet, but here it is, all finished. We still have to put the mattress in and do that, and I'm waiting for my sheets to come. But isn't it the sweetest little thing ever? I'll give a few more details and descriptions, maybe in a reel or something so you can see it, but I just wanted to show you he did finish it. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great Christmas season.